Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with yet another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys, and once again we have a really great international engagement, this time in between China and South Korea here. So yeah, let me just start once again by introducing the players to you guys. As we have here in the upper part, in the orange, it is Legend from China, and his opponent here in the lower part of the map in the white, I believe it is of course here Flash as the Terran. So once again we have a Terran versus a Protoss here on this channel, and once again a replay with one of the greatest gamers here, of course, talking here about Flash. Legend, however, also considered to be one of the best here in China. About to see a very interesting matchup here in between Terran and Protoss. It is Flash going here for some mechanical build orders? This is going to be the question, like many Terrans do. Or is he going for some surprise, perhaps with some dropship, with some medics, with some bio, with some marines? It would be an option. But yeah, many Terrans will like to go into those mechanical build orders. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold here on Outsider, I believe it's called here, this map. As Flash is opening up, of course, pretty standard with a supply depot. Same can be said here about Legend, also opening up here with only one casual pylon. Should be followed up really soon with a gateway. And yeah, nothing yet out of the ordinary, of course, no attempts for any cheese gameplay here on this map. Flash is pretty much securing here his ramp, continues with a barracks. The gateway should be followed here by Legend, or is he going into a fast expansion? It could be an option here as he's saving up some minerals. Let's see what's he going to be doing. I don't see a gateway yet here for him, so this might be indeed an attempt here from Legend into a fast expansion. So really nice build order here by Legend. A little bit greedy, but I really like that from him. So no gateway, just straight into fast expansion, and no scouting SCV yet here for Flash, even though we're at a 2-minute mark. So yeah, he's just staying here at home with his supply depot, with his barracks. We also see now Legend moving out here with his first scouting probe, not expanding here, of course, hiding here his expansion into this position. His gateway is of course late, so is his assimilator, and now finally I see Flash moving out with his first scouting SCV here on the map. Gas is already being mined here, so Flash with a more advantage here. Or at the first time he just mined with 3 SCVs. Now interesting enough, he just leaves 1 SCV here for some mining, and now he's going, I believe, for his first factory. It should be. So yeah, there it is. And now Flash moving here forward towards the main here from a Legend. He's going to notice that there are no units here, and there is no cybernetic score yet here for the Protoss player. So of course he's checking the first expansion point here, but little does he know, of course, that Legend has expanded here into this location. Checks here this proximity checks perhaps for some hidden pylons with a robotics facility bay. There's that cybernetic score here for Legend, and now Flash is going to move forward towards this expansion point. So in the end he will of course know what exactly the build order here was from the Protoss first. Zealot is also out here. Flash moving here forward, sees now the expansion, so he is very likely immediately reacting, of course, with an SCV here. So as soon as he saw that expansion, goes for an expansion here of his own. But the early economic advantage is of course here for the Chinese player here for Legend. Yeah, let's just see what it brings him. Of course some Dragoons will follow up here really soon here by Legend, and I believe another gateway. So he's going into mass Dragoons. Dragoons early on really strong against any Terran. Let's see how that works out here for the Protoss player. Of course this ramp is nicely being guarded here. The Dragoons won't have any vision here. Yeah, at the same time Flash is also trying here a trick, perhaps to sneak here through. Yes, what an interesting move here by him, just to abuse here this ledge. And yeah, his one vulture here is going to do quite some damage here against those probes. Legend has to pull them back. Remember, one vulture can 2-shot a probe. So one single vulture here with this nice backup here by this SCV is being able here to hold back the position here from Legend. So what a great sneak by here by Flash. His vulture, I still see him on the minimap here, denying here so much mining time from the Protoss. Nice job here by him. And yeah, the first Dragoon is out, but we also see a tank, so this should of course be held by Flash. And look at that, this one vulture even now producing so much damage against this one Nexus. What can the reaction be here from Legend? He's going to of course send some Dragoons here out just to fend off this early early nice abusement here by Flash. So no dropship needed here. Really nicely doing here that trick with this one SCV. Finally is being pushed here back as the probes will return, of course, into mining. And yeah, really nice job here by Flash, showing us a nice lesson here on a very beautiful map with lava here. We have passed the 5-minute mark. Let's check the main here from the Protoss. Observatory is out. There's the robotics facility base, so we might see some reavers here for the Protoss. We might see a dropship harassment here by him. This is also nicely positioning here his units. Same can be said here by Flash, playing it really defensively, but his advantage, of course, that he was able to deny so much mining time here. And worker wise, they're both at the same worker count here, 33 versus 30, as we even see one Dragoon here. Perhaps he's going to be able to snipe this one Vulture, but a nice defensive mine here being placed, so yeah. And we also see the first dropship here for Flash with 4 Vultures here. So much damage could be taken here by Legend once again. In comes those drops, mines are being placed, so Legend needs to be careful. So much splash damage could be taken here for him. And yeah, great harassment here by Flash. Sniping so many workers here, 28 workers now only here for Legend. Really great job here by Flash, this time with a dropship, being able to punish here the greedy gameplay here by the Chinese player. Sadly here for Legend, he is only at 22 workers now here, 21 now even. So yeah, those vultures really did a great job here, even though they have fallen. I believe one vulture has been saved. No, it's just bringing now some tanks here into the game. We see the upper left part that siege tank ability is now being researched, and Flash is throwing more and more here towards his enemy. And yeah, really hard game here for Legend against Flash. Flash pretty much abusing here this dropship harassment. And yeah, 2 siege tanks now. It is yet another probe has fallen. One Dragoon in some serious trouble, but Legend also nicely answering here with some shuttle gameplay here against Flash. In the end, Flash will of course be forced here to pull back. And at the same time, Legend, I see it on the minimap, he is also taking here this expansion. So yeah, perhaps that would have been a wiser decision here by him, but then again I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing, as Flash is also here expanding into this position. Let's check his main really quick. There are his second factory here, only 2 factories, a nice even starport, as he's also taking here this expansion. Nice observer here by Legend. Dragoons are just roaming around the map, so once again both players on the defense this time. And interesting enough, this time Legend being the one here abusing this ledge with that shuttle, so finally forcing here a cancellation towards Flash. So both players are just pretty much hurting each other. Flash now on a move out with some vultures, but there's enough Dragoons here to hold of course this position, as we're closing at the 10-minute mark here. And yeah, Flash also taking here this expansion, so many expansions here for both players. 3 bases versus 3 bases pretty soon to be. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold. Finally, Flash once again moving out here with his vultures. Let's see, are there any defenses here? And Flash might lose here his dropship, but 2 vultures have fallen, and they will be able to perhaps snipe some units here with those mines. But no, in the end, Legend is of course holding, as he's also wishing here to expand into this location. So really nice job. Interesting enough, Flash uplifts here his command center. Now once again brings back here his unit. Oh, he did uplift just to have that com stat going on. So yeah, pretty much on the defense now, both players. Nice shuttle and nice dropship gameplay here by both of them. And slowly but steadily we're closing at the 10-minute mark. Mass Dragoons it is here for Legend. 0-0 upgrades. Let's check the upgrades here from Flash. Also 0-0. So yeah, Flash just laying here his mines. Legend has to of course clear those mines with this observer. So pretty much standard now gameplay here by both players. And let's just see how things will unfold now, as both players, like I told you, pretty much on defense, just harassing here each other with those dropship. But it's nicely Dragoon here will spot here this move out. And yeah, Flash really wishing to secure his position, but so many Dragoons here. And once again the dropship has been sniped. Really good job here by the Chinese player. However, some mines will get some connections here. Nice job this time by Flash, dealing so much splash damage. And in the end, the Dragoons will fall here for Legend. So once again, the probes have to be pulled back here. Really intense game here. At the same time, some more mines have been dropped, but mining has been delayed here as the dragoons will come back here to end, of course, this attack back here by Flash. So really nice abusement here once again by Flash against his opponent. And yeah, he's just roaming around the map with all of those vultures, just placing those mines all over the map here, having so much vision here against his opponent, and also denying this mining here for the Chinese player, and even placing those mines, but no Legend ready for that with this observer. At the same time, Flash is also expanding here into this position, so he's abusing and expanding at the same time here against Legend. So yeah, let's just see. Another command center is wishing, of course, to land here. There's even a nice turret against this shuttle gameplay here, and yeah, pretty very defensive gameplay here by both players. They really wish to macro up here as fast as possible against each other, but yeah, both players really nicely harassing here this position with those dragoons here hidden behind the middle line, and finally the siege tanks are coming here through, so they should of course be held here by Flash. Now taking quite some damage here, but luckily here for him there are some SCVs repairing here this siege tank, and yeah, Legend needs to retreat here as Flash is pretty much going to take here this position. So yeah, slow game here by both players, just preparing that economic advantage for each other, but in the end, let's just check the worker count. If you look at the worker count, Flash with 20 more workers here against his opponent, so the economic advantage here is pretty much towards him. Let's just see if he's going to snipe some probes. I don't know if what these probes were doing here, so pretty much a big mistake here by Legend. Sadly for him, he's going to lose so many workers here. Perhaps he just hide those workers against a dropship harassment, but in the end Flash is pulling here through, going to be able to snipe so many workers here. So sadly here for Legend, big mistake here by him. Yeah, this gives of course the advantage here now towards Flash after early strong game here by Legend. He just made a mistake. Perhaps he just hide those probes against a harassment here, but in the end Flash with those speed vultures here against him, pretty much taking control now here of the game, and now it's just a gap of 30 workers here in between the two pro players. So yeah, let's just see. Flash should of course have the advantage now against his opponent, and he's finally once again moving out here with some units. More and more will be snapped here by Flash with those siege tanks. He even might take out this one Nexus. Let's just see the reaction here from Legend. He should of course take this shuttle into his gameplay and just move here forward just to clear this. And yeah, once again mining time has been delayed. Flash moving here out also in the middle of the map with some forces, with so many dropships here, 2 dropships. Sadly Legend just has to defend in the middle of the map, and at the same time he has to somehow defend his expansion, but no, he's just moving out now. Finally has an arbiter, so we might see some recalls here for him. And yeah, let's just see where or if there is going to be some recalls here for the Chinese player. This Nexus is taking really so much damage here. So yeah, so much will be defended here for the Chinese player. No reaction here sadly here for him. I believe he has no shuttle here just to fend this off, so Flash is going to take down this base here. So finally Flash with a strong reaction here, and at the same time a strong move out here by both players. We see a nice stasis field here against those tanks, so Legend is going to take here this first battle as he's pushing here back Flash. Really nice job here by the Chinese player, but sadly here for him he has lost his expansion, and worker wise he's also behind, so he needs to make something happen here. He's trying to push here forward, but Flash, he has so many siege tanks in the back. They're nicely being guarded here by those vultures with those mines, so it's really hard for those dragoons to come forward here. And yeah, Legend in the end has to pull back, and he's perhaps going to just pull back just to snipe those tanks here, at least in the middle of the maps. In the end he's going to take down some forces, but Flash also expanding all of the map while all of this is happening here. So yeah, pretty good job here by Flash. He still has those forces here, so no mining will be done here into this expansion. Legend has taken here this expansion and also is expanding here in the upper part, as slowly but steadily we're moving in at a 15-minute mark here. So very interesting gameplay here by both players. Legend should be able to take of course this base down as quickly as possible. Let's just see the answer here by Flash. I don't see any army move out yet here for him. It's just clumping everything together. Also has those dropships here. Let's see if they filled him with something. It's just a couple of vultures and siege tanks. And at the same time, Legend just going to clear here so many vultures, and this expansion might be in trouble here for Flash. Let's just see his reaction, where he's going to go with his dropships. Yes, Arbiter also moving really, really nicely here towards the units here from the Protoss, and slowly but steadily the Protoss is catching up here on the workers, so Flash really needs to be doing something here. I see it on the minimap, he's now actually moving out here with his forces. Let's just see where is he going. He has some Goliaths just in case there will be some carriers here. And yeah, Flash just going to mine here the middle of the map, looking really, really strong. Even has some science vessels perhaps for some EMP shockwave against those arbiters. And let's just see how things will unfold. Flash is actually maxed out here, so he's moving out. Great irradiance. No, sorry, not irradiance. EMP shockwave, of course, against this one arbiter. And yeah, he's really nicely guarding here his siege trains once again with those vultures. Nice mines being placed all over the map, but the tanks are not being attacked here. And at the same time, look at that, Flash is just moving out here with a small force. So this was his idea, just to concern here Legend in the middle of the map, just to make him focus onto these units. But at the same time, Flash just moved out here with those dropships just to harass once again this expansion point. Once again, he's sieging up here. He's going to try, of course, to take down this expansion, but is getting pretty much surrounded here by Legend, so Legend should be able to end off this attack. And let's just see how this is going to work out here for him. So much damage being taken here by both players, but the reinforcements are also pouring in here for Flash. And yeah, Legend sadly here under some great siege here by Flash. This has been sniped. This is not mining here, and Flash even moving here forward just to take this expansion. So slowly but steadily the economic advantage should be able to kick in here through for Flash, as we're closing at the 20-minute mark here. Legend pretty much under siege here from Flash, left and right here. So many units here for Flash, multitasking here all over the place. And yeah, once again he's moving here forward with his vultures, with that scan now just to reveal those invisible units. So much being thrown here by Flash. Good stasis trap here by Legend in the end, but the reinforcements look really strong here by Flash, and this might be really soon GG here for the Chinese player. Yes, indeed, there it is. That is just way too much multitask here for Flash against his opponent, having those dropships here, even securing here this position. So such a great multitask job here by Flash, bringing him, of course, the victory. Notice that he's not attacking with all of his units at once. He's just spreading them all over the map here and just dealing so much economic damage here towards his enemy. So yeah, in the end, Flash is going to, of course, take this game. Let's just check those stats once again really quick, just in case you guys are interested. Once again, I'm going to be clicking left and right here. Really strong Terran versus Protoss once again, this on this channel. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays. This is your host Tommy signing out.